Our final slide here then for today is deionized versus distilled water. So we've looked at deionized a lot in our course, and that's the water we use to wipe down our glassware with. So what's the difference between both of these? Firstly, in deionized water, we use what's called an ion exchanger, okay? So my positive ions are replaced with H plus hydrogen ions, okay? So for example, here I have water containing Na plus and Cl minus. And inside my exchange resin here, I have a cation exchange and an anion exchange. My cation is going to replace the positively charged ions. So in this case, we'll just say it's Na plus. So that's going to be replaced here by H plus ions. If then I have Cl minus ions, for example, my anion exchange resin here, my OH minus ions, is going to replace those Cl minus ions. And then what happens is that my H plus and my OH minus react to form water. So there's no other types of ions that can be present in my water. That's why it's called deionized. Again, we do have the same thing here, where I will end up with my Na plus being remaining in my resin, and my Cl also remaining in my resin. Okay, and again, I'd have to flush that out again. So distilled water then is basically our purest form of water. So deionized water only has the ions removed, whereas distilled water has all dissolved solids, organic matter, suspended solids, and dissolved gases removed. Okay, they all remain in the pear-shaped flask. Distilled water isn't really widely used because obviously it's fairly, it's not really commercially viable, as we looked at in a previous slide. So it does cost an awful lot. So it's only really used in the electronics industry, where you have to have really strong purity. So particularly in your silicon chips, okay, they can be affected by organic material, the likes of the things up here. So you have to get rid of all of those. So we have to use distilled water.